Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Hello, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks for the sir. I've actually reached out to you sometimes last year
Okay.
about I'm preparing to write a journal on a particular topic, which
Okay.
is sorry, sir. Let me get the topic. So the topic is leveraging machine learning for fuel economy and emission optimization in retrofitted vehicles in Nigeria. I reached out to you sometime last year, like around November.
Okay.
So which I told you I had issue about a data set
Okay.
because what the journal is all about is particularly about how our vehicles are being converted from normal petrol to CNG.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So yes, so I need a data set in order to run a model about the efficiency and emission optimization for the converted vehicles.
Okay.
But due to the fact that Nigeria, we just started like the CN is just at its infant age now because we just started using it more. Like government just introduced it to the populace just of recent when President Tinubu actually emerged the president. So to get a data set for particular side is actually a bit worried because the one I've been seeing about something related are in form of maybe diesel, petrol. So I actually now like that's the issue I had then, but I couldn't lie to myself. I left it for a bit, but I really want to go back to that, and I don't know how I can actually go about it because I think I've written the introduction part, I've written the abstract part, but to go into where I would need to do the modeling, the data is the issue I'm having presently.
It's
And
okay.
now I can actually talk about that, sir. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. What you have to do is, data is very important. If it has
Yes,
been,
sir.
the postulation is that the next oil and gas is now data. Okay. That data is going to
Yes.
determine what people does and what is going to determine which company leads and which one doesn't lead and which one will crash. So with available data set, you can see a very nice idea you want to do now. You couldn't proceed because of lack of data. So the way to go about it is one, try to get data online that is similar to your idea. It may not be exactly what you're looking for. Try to get data set from online. Mostly
Okay.
someone somewhere did something similar to it. Yeah, it's not the local data. Yes. But gathering data will take time. It's going to take time. So try to get one online data set, no matter how little, to start something. In fact, once you identify, once you get the online data, it will go a long way to guide you. Okay, this is what I need. Because you need to know the variable that you are going to need. Then once you know the variable, in fact, you can start with a simulated data. You can start with a simulated data that, okay, I need this variable, I need this variable. Like the example I did today now, I need the age, I need the gender, I need this, I need the itching, all those kind of stuff. Once I establish the variables I need, then I can even ask an AI support software to generate some data for me. I will generate, give you some parameter, give him some condition. And then you can start with this semi data. It's not original, it's a simulated data. It will not be like live, but you can use it to start doing something. And also, even in your first paper, you declare it. This data is a
Okay.
simulated data. It is allowed. But at least the idea is you are trying to push something
Okay.
to the world that based on this kind of car conversion and the likes, these are some of the advantages, these are some of the risks. Why? If you get something online similar to it, that's a very good one. You can start from that right away. Someone worked with it, they got 80%. Try to see how you can work on it and get 90%. It means you want to improve upon what they have done. That is fine. Then it gives you more clarity about, okay, this is what the idea, this is what I can do. After that, then you can then start coming back home, run a simulated data, give condition of your country environment or the state you want to model. Based on that, it will simulate some of the peculiar situation of that area. That's another. So apologies. So I think there was a connection issue. So if I didn't forget, what I was explaining was the question of Mr. Kupola. And I've actually said that you should consider getting online data set. The second level is if you cannot get that, you can also simulate data. Once you establish the variables you are going to use, you can simulate the data set and then use it for your experiment while you now try to get real life data set. And with will and dedication, you can actually get the data set. It's just that you start getting it from people who are involved in it. At least now, the idea started maybe maybe a year or thereabout. People have been using it. There have been feedbacks. There have been some problems. This is data. These those data, so if you are able to combine them, little effort we will get there. We don't wait until the data is 1 million. Somebody has to start something. So start gathering the data set, get across to some locals. If you're able to get funding for that kind of research, it will be nice. Then you can organize people to go around to some of those approved centers to start getting data from them. Simple question. How do you feel? What are the reports? How many people brought back their car for fixing? What are the challenges? These are basic things that can then be extrapolated later to decision making that will really be able to know, is it really working? Does it worth it or otherwise? So I hope that is clear. Yeah. Thank you very much for the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. And yeah, I remember you reached out to me. So again to reach out.
Yes, I'll reach out to you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
I remember that discussion. It was a nice project.
Yes, sir.
I wish you success and all the best.
Okay, sir. I'll reach out to you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's
thank you very much, sir.
that is repeated. See, there are. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Kusharke. Yeah, synthetic data. Yeah, that's what we call synthetic data. So you generate the data by yourself. So another question that is repeated is from Mr. Dr. Badejo and also another person. Is there any other platform apart from Weka? Yes, there are so many platforms. If you're a programmer, the Python is one of the very popular environment where you can demonstrate some of these things you are learning. It's very powerful. Python is very popular. That has a lot of libraries. So, however, because this is a group of people from different backgrounds. So, and for a long time, people have been running away from artificial intelligence because of coding. They cannot code. They don't know how to write program. The real fact is you don't have to write a program before you can use AI for modeling. So that was why we encourage this kind of no coding approach. But for those who are already comfortable with coding, you go for Python. Python is very popular. It has lots of libraries for free. So it has a lot of support because many people are using it. After that, it's also R. See, Python is on the lead. Yeah, we can say comfortably that Python is leading. Yeah, Python is there. So many libraries. Then you can go for R. So MATLAB is also there. I remember I started my journey of programming AI with MATLAB. It's also still there, very easy also to use. So, but however, in terms of library and the likes, can add Python. And however, for platforms that doesn't no code, we call them no code. There are so many no coding platforms that are out there. We have Slime. We have the one they call Slime for no coding platforms, whereby you just click, and you get your model built. You have Slime. So we have the K9. So we have Weka. It's one of them. I like Weka because some other places you have to learn how to drag and drop. But here you just click open, and then it's easier for an average person to relate with without much issues. So for the other platform, I believe also there was a time we shared several lists of platforms in our forum. We will encourage also those who got it to share it. Otherwise, we will also try to share it again so that we can check out those platforms. I hope that answers your question. So we only particular about Weka because this is one that we use in practicalizing some of the stuff. So there are so many of them. Like I said, I will copy paste to our WhatsApp group later for us. I will paste some things there. The Teachable Machine, the Google AutoML, the SageMaker, Data Robot, RapidMiner. Another very powerful one also is RapidMiner. RapidMiner. You can also check that out. So it makes it very easy for you to practice, use, and deploy some of this AI system without programming. But for those who are comfortable with programming, yeah. So you go for the programming. Even while you do programming, sometimes you want to do a quick one, because you may get stuck with programming for 1 or 2 days if something doesn't run. That is one of the challenges of programming. So you can go for the no coding style to finish your task in a timely manner while you keep solving the problem of that coding. So that is why I'm a programmer. I still use it. I use the two. I use coding. I also use no coding approach, depending on the time I have to get something done. So, and this is how we can make AI accessible to all, irrespective of the background. So that coding should no longer be a barrier. Thank you very much. Okay, another question. I'm working on hemodialysis mortality prediction. Is it possible to get the Nigerian data set without much challenges? Well, personally, my principle is I don't believe anything is impossible. I always believe in possibility, positive thinking. We need to make effort. Okay? So as usual, my suggestion for you is, first of all, look at online data set on this nice idea. Hemodialysis mortality prediction. Just take it, search it online. You see data set from online. Get those data sets, start your modeling with it. Someone use it, has achieved 80%. If you're in academics, you achieve 80%. See what can you do to achieve 99%, which is health. In health area, we want super accurate, precise prediction. Once you are done, while you are working on that, you start looking locally. Do you have the hemodialysis center? Can we have a data set there? Again, if it's not yet forthcoming, you can also use synthetic data set, where a software will help you simulate and generate some data set for you, while you start coming up with how can you do the live data gathering. So I always believe it is possible. So let us reach out to those centers that deal with this kind of disease, and then ask them. Some of them, they have data set. It may be in book form inside their logbook. If you don't mind, I remember one time I was trying to do modeling for one disease. It's a very common disease, but in that department, the 2 hospitals that were ready to cooperate, they were having their data set in the patient files. No computer, not inside computer. And they get, okay, can you come and get it? So we got some of our students to go there. They supervise them. They cover the details of the patient, because you should not see the details of the patient, their name, their addresses. No, this is confidential. So they were giving the student those paper that contain the characteristics, the variables that they are looking for, and they kept documenting it. And on daily basis, they get like maybe one student will get like 10 patient times 5 students, 50. Within a week, they were able to get a sizable number of data sets that they were able to use for their project. So Little effort, no matter how little, we definitely come up to a big success. So that is my advice in this respect. I'm not aware of any medical center on this, but I want to believe there are so many. Let's try to reach out to them, but start from online data, start practicing with that one while you're looking for the data in the real life. Thank you very much. I believe those are the questions for the day, and our time also is fast spent. Thank you very much for coming. So look forward again to see you all at the grace of God next week. Thank you. God bless.